ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sarah Perkins, and today we are honoring Elijah James Corey and all the amazing accomplishments he's done over his lifetime. Mr. Corey was raised in a hardworking family, and when he was 14 months old, his father actually passed away, so his mother raised him on his own. And Elijah once said, "I've always been guided by a desire to be a worthy son of my father I cannot remember, and to a loving, courageous mother who raised me." This drive to impress his parents and make his father proud is what drove him to become an extremely talented organic chemist and eventually winning the Nobel Peace Prize in chemistry. In his autobiography, Mr. Corey once said that he fell in love with chemistry because of the intellectual richness and its relevance to human health. Corey completed his doctorate studies in the late 50s at the University of Massachusetts, and then he started teaching. While he was teaching, he began doing his own research, and he eventually came up with he was a professor at the University of Illinois, and that's where he came up with the theory of the molecular orbit. The work that Elijah did was way ahead of his time. No one had really started looking at the orbits of these molecules. They were looking more at just the core, and that's what they were really focusing on, is the ions, and they weren't really focused on the electrons. The electrons is what makes up the entire molecule. And so he kind of opened this door for all these new scientists to start kind of looking and realizing that there's so much more to these molecules than we even thought of. And so, once learning everything he could about the orbits of the molecules, he began testing them and comparing the different molecules and seeing how they reacted with each other. And what he was testing really was the electron fields and see how they interacted and how the molecules got switched around. But at the age of 27, he actually created a research group, and that's what their main focus was. They started seeing how the different molecules were interacting and how, what happens when they mix together. And his project mostly involved the structure and the makeup of these natural compounds, the organic compounds. That's what he was really focused on, it's just everyday things. And so because of this research, we are now able to see how different molecules react with each other, and we see why some gases are really, really flammable, and then why two liquids can end up making a solid. It's all about the electrons, and Elijah James Corey kind of started that. And because of the man we're honoring tonight, we now know what causes certain molecules to be extremely, extremely reactive, and then other things like everyday molecules that we have, like water. It's two dangerous gases that meet for something that we need to live. Throughout his research, Corey's group was very successful in creating more than 100 natural products of widely different and complex structures. So once he kind of figured out how each one is different, then he decided that, let's add these together and see what happens. So he made over 100 organic compounds that are still today. In 1988, he recreated the molecule called glycerin B, which is a substance found in the root of the ginkgo tree. And this substance was used as medicine in ancient Chinese times. The thing is that the tree is extinct, or almost extinct. And so there's these amazing medical possibilities that we're not able to get because the trees are extinct. So with him making this new molecule again, now it just opens up so many possibilities to make these medicines again. It allows scientists to create extremely ancient medicine without hurting the trees, the very few trees that are left. So through hard work and determination, the man we're honoring tonight opened up many doors for generations in the future. He opened up new studies. He kind of was the pioneer in organic chemistry and different molecules. And because of him, we're able to have natural medicines without harming the environment. And because of him, we know so much more about the world that is made up around us and what exactly it takes for these different molecules to mix and everything. And he's won over 40 different distinguished awards, such as the Franklin Medal, the Wolf Prize in Chemistry, the National Medal in Science, and of course, the Nobel Peace Prize. And he's received honorary degrees from over 18 universities around the world. And at 88 years old, he's still teaching at Harvard University. and he is continuing to share that passion of organic chemistry with the next generation. So thank you, Mr. Corey, for everything that you've done for us and all the possibilities that you've opened for anyone who's looking to go into organic chemistry. Does anyone have any questions?
What made you pick Mr. Corey Cletus?
Well, we studied him in my sophomore science class, and he just did so much for organic chemistry, and he's taught so many people. And at 88 years old, he's still a professor at Harvard, and so that's saying a lot, and he just had that drive and determination to make his father proud. So he was a bit of a role model because it just shows that no matter what the age, you can still continue doing what your passion is. Thank you.